All the way live. I've been on here before.
Welcome to Verbal Pick Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. Like to welcome you all to the show. Today, we got a special guest in the house. We got Miss Mona, and we discussing issues on relationships. You know, from past, present, and we want to take you forward into the future. So we dealing with. Well, first we're gonna start off, man, how it was in the past, because she made an interesting statement on how it was when the man worked and he would bring the money home and take care of his wife, and she'd cook and have the meals prepared. But we don't find that common in today's society. You know, now it almost seems as though everybody's out for themselves, but we are seeing the consequence of that when you look at the state that the youth are in today. But so, what do you think that turned that around, Ms. Mona, as far as why that dynamic of the man bringing home what they would quote unquote call the bacon, but I say bring home the beef? What you think turned that dynamic around?
Just like you say, the media, social media. When people look at, see what other people have, and they want it. So
Well,
they didn't change their way of life. And like you say, everybody is out for themselves. They're not thinking about others. They're just thinking about themselves.
But you don't think the feminist movement might have had something to do with that, when they wanted to compete and they wanted to say, well, you know, women, we got the same rights as men, so I'm going to go out there and beat it. Because you know why? Man, when they showed that, they got a black woman now, but when they first showed it, it was a white female, and she was showing her muscles, and she had the scarf on and with the overalls. And they started putting that image out as if she was doing construction work. Not saying that women can't do construction work, but it's just simply saying that why, especially with black men, we never denied our women the right to vote. We never denied our women. We wanted our women to get out there and have jobs. That really wasn't our fight. So when they were saying women live, our woman left the house and joined their organization. We wasn't the ones oppressing. We like, come on, let's work together. How did that happen?
And now you can't say all men, because that's not true.
Okay.
You can't speak for all men. Some men might have wanted their woman to go work to help out.
Okay.
Because black men,
That's fair.
and black men, mostly black men, they sit up there. They born with a problem already. They black. They born black, so they already come here with issues. Nobody want to sit up there. They want to hire you, this, that, and the other. So sometimes it was easy for a woman to go out and to get a job.
Okay, makes sense. But and you're right. See, the fault, you're right. Now I can say the fault that we had was we didn't pull our resources together and create our own job. Why go to another man and look for him to give you a job when you got the same mindset and capability of creating your own gig?
Exactly.
So, okay, well that's a fair statement. So now we fast forward into modern times, into today's time. So then that means that since we didn't solve the issue and the past, now we trying to reel it back in, and we saying, okay, well, you know, we pointing the finger at each other. You know, the black woman, you should do this, and the black man, you should do that. But we not meeting that common ground. You know, we blaming each other. So now you will hear brothers that would say, man, ain't no good black women out there. Or you'll hear sisters saying, ain't no good black men out there no more. How can we turn that around? I mean, how can we find where we can finally solve all these issues and point out who is the unseen hand that's behind the scene that's perpetrating these false narratives and these false images, you know, that's placed upon us. In the sense of, how do we right the wrong, or has it just gone so far to where it's hard? Because, you know, I hear females mention that, you know, this guy, he wants sex, but he don't want to help out or be a man or pay bills. And then you hear the brother saying, well, she only like me because I got fancy things, but she don't want to take the time out to know who I am as an individual. Is there any way we can fix that problem, or is it just gone too far till it is just what it is?
Well, just like you said, why you get the fancy things? Everything that you do, you get it to do for what?
Female.
Okay, so if you do these things, if you approach a woman, that's how she's gonna take you. If you say you a baller and you act like you a baller and a shot caller, that's what she think you are. But you might don't be that. Then it'll change on you when you can't provide the necessary needs.
Right. But
You shouldn't have lied. Most people lie. They come
Right.
to you and they fraudulent about who they are and what they about. Don't be like that.
you right.
Then maybe you can change something.
Look.
How about you don't have that much money? I like you, you like me. Let's try to work together. But most
Right.
people not gonna come because, like you say, in this day's society, everybody looking at the big picture, what's out there in the media.
And you right. Look, sometimes to get to a goal, you have to perceive yourself to be that, and then keep moving towards it. You know, it's like this. You have to dress. It's like for an interview. Like you got to dress for success. If you want a good job, you got to come in there with your suit and whatever on, or dressed appropriately. You can't come in there in street clothes. Even though you don't have a job yet.
Yeah, but once you get the job, what you have to do? What you have to do once you get the job? You didn't came in there with your suit and your tie on.
Right.
We didn't gave you this job. Now you got to represent.
Right.
Same thing in a relationship.
Right.
You're gonna have to represent how you came. You can't be fraudulent.
So it takes patience.
That's right.
We gotta have patience with each
You
other.
have to be honest, and
Yeah.
and yet you have to have patience.
Because it is a business. It's a business. Relationship is a business.
Most women will work with you. Most women won't. You know the women that's out there that want your paper. You already know. That's what you wanted. You had to come and go. What would be a man come and go? To be with a woman that's like that.
But the truth is, truth is, we didn't have what we used to call big mama, that who could break down different types of females. Some men just, like you say, they look on the outside, and in their mind, they feel like, okay, they categorize them and feel like, okay, this woman is like that, until it takes 2 or 3 years into it, and then they find out, well, this wasn't what I was expecting, and that is because they didn't state what they wanted in the beginning. They just assumed a lot of assumptions. So that is true. But hopefully now we're going into the future. Now hopefully in the future, because the whole purpose of this dialogue is we correcting issues and problems so it don't carry forth for generation to generation. It got to stop somewhere, because like I said, we are seeing the repercussions of what a lack of knowledge as far as relationships will do. Because after slavery, the white man did say that there's 3 things that they never teach black people, and that's the science of war, the science of business, and the science of mating, which is relationships, because it's a science into finding the mate, the right mate for you. That's why they had courting back in the day, or a court system. You would court the female, and y'all get to know each other, then y'all plan, and then y'all move forward. But they said coming up out of slavery, we would not teach them that, because they didn't want the competition. So we had to stumbling in the dark trying to find the right fit, without that knowledge. We got to rebuild it. But the good thing is that there is a desire to want to know. And then you have shows like this that will put out something positive to where we can grow forward from. And then you have brothers and sisters that wouldn't have an open dialogue for the purpose of solving the problem. So in the future, do you feel as though we can come to a common ground, or do we have to push out the distractors and then just start dealing with each other straight up? Meaning, stop. Don't worry about Hollywood. Put that out the mind and just deal straight up. Just straight up with each other on the basis of where we at right now.
I think that we should try to deal with each other on the level and try to be straight up right now, because you can't go back in the past and fix whatever's wrong. So you have to work on the problem now. Mm-hmm. And the problem is when you meet somebody, you like them, just like you say. You need to get to know that person. You just can't assume already it's gonna be like this, it's gonna be like that, because people have, like my grandmother used to say, it's plenty of wolves in sheep clothing.
Come on. That's a fact. That's a fact.
And you really don't know how a person until you get to know them. And even if you get to know them, you don't know that person entirely.
Yeah, that's a fact. We're here. We appreciate your time. Another episode of Very Pick Radio. You guys hear me chewing on something, that's because I'm eating. It's going down. Yeah. But we appreciate you coming on the show, though, Sister Mo. We appreciate that. We out.